Hey guys, how you all doing? Just had a nice shower. I literally only just woken up when I first did the vlog. Yeah, I'm in a hotel in Birmingham, the Hampton Inn Hotel. There was a concert event last night at Symphony Hall, so I've just stayed there overnight. So that's why I'm in a different location to start the vlog. Today I'll be heading to Wolverhampton today, just literally a few minutes west from Birmingham. I'm not going to go there, however, until around roughly lunchtime. It's around 9:20 a.m., which I just realised I need to go and see a film this morning. Right, on my way to Cineworld, and already I'm a few minutes late. Wow, just a 1 minute walk from the hotel. Right, 2.5 hours later, just got out the film. Great film. Loved Project Hail Mary. Yeah, just loved every single minute of it. Very long film, but worthwhile watching. Anyways, now enough of the film. It's time to really begin with the vlog. That building right in front, this is where I went to see that Spider-Man concert show last night, and it was an amazing experience. I'll be going back there again in the summer to also see a Stranger Things concert show. Life just couldn't get any better. Okay, enough said. Now it's really time to begin the vlog. Let's head to New Street. Well, I'll be getting on 12:52 to Wolverhampton, and it's on platform 4C. Normally I go on the green zone, but no, this one's the red zone today. Right, here we go, just about to board on that train. Hopefully it won't be too busy. Very busy train this afternoon. Must be Easter holidays. Should be in Wolverhampton in roughly 5 minutes time. Not the quietest train I've ever been on. We are now approaching Wolverhampton. Right, just arrived at Wolverhampton. Gotta admit though, just me being honest, I'm not a big fan of the station. Yeah, here's a better view of Wolverhampton station. That bot looks good. Train departure boards, and we've also got a bus departure board right next to the heart of the station. Another view of the departure boards. It's a bit warmer than 9 degrees, and it's also not sunny either. Get your weather facts right. Right, and here is the entrance of Wolverhampton station. I gotta say, just like Leeds, I really love this design. Good colour choice as well. Yellow is one of my favourite colours. I've only been here a couple of times. I think probably, if I'm being realistic, the 4th time I've been here. Once 2024, twice last year, first time this year. So I'm just going to go straight to the vlog. We'll explore as much as we can. Probably won't be as big as Leeds from where I went last week, but hopefully there'll be quite a bit to see around and document what I can show you. So let's have a bit of explore of the Wolverhampton area. Also, it's going to be a bit more back to the narration vlog for me today. I'm not planning to include any music, so I want to go through some facts that can tell you a bit about Wolverhampton. These trams connect very well from Wolverhampton to Birmingham. This one's heading to Bull Street. I believe that is in Wolverhampton. Captions are on there if I'm wrong. Otherwise, it's my assumptions. Gotta say, that is probably the best looking hotel in Wolverhampton. I know I said it last week with Leeds. But this is absolutely glorious looking. Maybe even one day I might try that hotel out. Hopefully looks inside can be just as good as the outside. No kidding. First time I've actually been inside the actual bus station. That actually looks pretty impressive. Love the architecture look. Quite a lot of space as well to move around from. I think it's like a full semicircle you can walk around there from the station. I always like it when these bus stations and train stations are really closely linked to each other. This train station is just around the distance from there. Unlike Leicester, for example. You have to walk 15 minutes for at least from the bus station to obviously the main station itself. Wow. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the top 5 busiest or biggest bus stations in the UK. Okay, interesting facts and statistics. Oh, that's cool. Just like the bus station, or the train station I should say, they also have the train departure boards there. So they're definitely very closely connected to each other. That is actually really cool. Just on the outer edge of the bus station. You can see the Wolverhampton train station from there. Apparently this is the Crown Court. I have no idea what Express and Star is, but if I'm going to make a complete guess, it's probably most likely just a car parking space. Oh, Peaky Blinders tram. Yep, I'm right underneath tram path. Another tram. I was going to Grand Central, so that's in Birmingham. So there's the official timetable from the tram, and apparently it starts all the way from Edgbaston and yeah, it goes all the way to Wolverhampton and vice versa the other way around. It's really impressive for 4 zones. Okay, a little bit of a mini retail centre. Not as big as Tamworth from what I can recall. No kidding, never seen that before. It's pretty cool. Wow, maybe one day I might own one of these if I need to do my own grass. Good looking college. I believe it's the City of Wolverhampton College. It's right next to the tram stop as well. Hi, there's Nando's. Just been there yesterday before I went out to that concert. Okay, to answer my earlier question, I believe this is a bar or something, because they said they do like drinks and stuff. Now, I've got those Wolverhampton buses. I do love those colours, but if I'm being honest with you, not sure if it really fits the colour of the bus, but you know, that's just my opinion. More birds out. I'm just now in the city centre. Right, there's the Lockwood Cinema. I believe it's Wolverhampton's probably only independent cinema. I could be wrong though. And it's partnered with the Chubb buildings. Let's have a look from indoors. There's the indoor version of Lockwood Cinema. I've got to say, I'm definitely not disappointed with the overall look indoors. Now, interestingly, I have been there once before when I went to a filmmaker's film event. I think it was back in November. I obviously can't show you the actual cinema room because they'll probably be showing films and I have to get a ticket to go in. But if I can just show you something from Google Images, if the image pops up, this is what it looks like back when I went a few months ago. And the colour looks, yeah, it looks like it's like one of the richest cinemas probably in the UK, but I only had to pay a couple quid to get in or something when I went to that event. Yeah, just luxurious looking cinema. I think it's like loads of legroom you can use as well. Really good. There's the Grand Theatre. This is probably like a mini concert venue that Wolverhampton owns. St Peter's Gardens. Probably definitely one of the more beautiful looking areas in this town. Nice horse factory. Right, there's the Manda Centre. Been there once before. Have a quick nose inside. There's HMV. Won't be going in today. Got a bag of clothes with me. I don't want to trigger the alarm. Okay, that's cool. They actually got a mini bowling place inside the shopping mall. Right, back in the city centre. Oh, I do love a bit of Waterstones. But again, I'll fall back. I don't want to trigger the alarm, so I'm just going to walk on. Walked past it earlier, but there's the Wolverhampton Art Gallery. Yeah, it's pretty actually. There's Uni of Wolverhampton. Now here's a fact for you. Last August I actually went inside that building for a day to take part for a acting film project that I did for a mini film company. Was there pretty much throughout the whole day, and I've got to say it's a pretty nice uni building. Nobody was in it at the time, as it was the end of the summer holidays. Rosalind Franklin Building, that was what it was called. Right, I think the last bit of the vlog is probably just have a quick look through Wolf Run. I don't know whether it's linked to the Manda shopping centre, but it can't hurt to have a quick look through. It looks similar, but it is actually a different shopping mall, or whatever it's called, shopping centre. Okay, correction, it is actually the same place, so I recognise the same wall design. I was going to grab a hot chocolate before I head back to the station, but unfortunately there's been some bad news. The route between Birmingham and Wolverhampton, there's been disruption. Apparently there's emergency services dealing with an incident. All of those lines are blocked. So luckily, they have got options where you can find an alternative way to get back to Birmingham, and I believe you can get on the tram. So I think you can just show the tram conductor the ticket. They should just let you go through. So I'm just going to try it and see what happens. But it doesn't look like the line's going to be reopened anytime soon. And even if it does, the disruption's going to last for several more hours to come. So already going to have to think of an alternative plan. Actually, I'm just going to have a quick nip inside this train station. You never know, things might suddenly reopen. The route's closed. I've just spoke to the fancy West Coast train staff behind me, and the line is still blocked. So I'm not going to bother waiting for a delayed train. I'm just going to get the tram straight back to Birmingham. I'll just check to see if this one does actually go through New Street. Well, I wasn't expecting to be on the tram, but at least I accepted my ticket. So nice change of transport. So have a bit of a route back to Birmingham. Surprisingly not that busy this afternoon. I was expecting it to be half packed.
Is the Crescent.
Ooh, picking up a bit of speed. So this is West Bromwich. So
At Edgbaston Village.
now Jewellery Quarter. I've been through that area before. Right, just approaching back to Birmingham, just got a couple more stops to go. Hey, back at Birmingham, all good. Right, just back at New Street, I'm just about to board the 1752 Birmingham train to Leicester. Just went out shopping, got myself just see. It's a Lindor Easter egg. Why not? Easter's coming up. Let me just say, what an eventful day it's been. Overall, wasn't expecting to get the tram back because of an incident on the route this afternoon. I had to get no other choice but to get a tram back, but at least they accepted my ticket. And actually, it was a nice change of scenery, so it didn't really bother me that much. And hopefully, thoughts go out to those who've been affected by family involved. Unfortunately, it was a person being hit by a train, so never good news whenever you get that sort of news. Overall, it was okay, the trip to Wolverhampton. I'm going to be honest, it was definitely not the most exciting place to visit, and it was also probably the least happiest. The atmosphere felt a bit glum for me. I don't know whether it's just a personal point of view. Now, this is interesting. I was going to give Wolverhampton 4.5 out of 10. I was really a bit disappointed. The only thing that stood out was the shopping centre, which was even that okay. The bus station was pretty good, and also the cinema, the independent cinema, was great, but otherwise it didn't really got my attention that much, so I was a bit disappointed. But because of the good transport connections between Wolverhampton and Birmingham, I'll give it 5.5. It's still nowhere near as good as Leeds last week, and I definitely think I'll be better ones to come. But it was, at least I got what I got this afternoon. At least there was plenty of flogging footage. And another fact for you, Wolverhampton has apparently, from Birmingham to Wolverhampton and vice versa, runs about 237 trains a day, which is pretty good. So I think that's got the extra points up for the transport connections. Anyways, that's it for the vlog. I'm going to end it there. The next vlog from next week, it's going to be in the north of England. Where's it going to be? Is it going to be in York? Is it going to be in Manchester? Is it going to be in Sheffield? Well, you're going to have to wait and see. It'll definitely be one of those areas next week, and there will definitely be a lot of footage to come. So do keep an eye out. There'll be a bit more of an exciting one, this one. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the Wolverhampton vlog. Hope you had a great time watching it. Had a reasonable day. Yeah, a lot happened anyway. See you soon. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to KJ Films.